This will be year of the game. Oh my god, seriously, stop being jerky. Equals in between 1, comma, in between 2000 and 2000 and no, let's go 1900. Damn, 1900. That's not 1900. In 2017. So let's make this really big. And format the cell. We're going to put it in the center. There we go. Year of the game. Copy those. We're going to paste this there. This is going to be game number. And this is going to be Control C. Let's undo that. Undo that shit. Alright. Control C. This is going to be between 1 and number 162. Let's see. That's not what I want. (2000) 1907, game number 49. Year 2000, game number 43. And we'll have to go from there. So we are playing. We're going to randomize and determine a random game to play today. So just throw in this. That's not what I wanted. That's this. Let's do that. And then we'll do this. There we go. All right, so you can see we're going to play a game from anywhere from 1900 all the way up to 2017. Once we get the year, then we'll also get the game number. And let's see. And then we need a team, right? So let's do this. Copy that. We'll just paste it over there. This, we're going to call it team. And for this, we're going to have to create, let's see here. This might take me a second to do. Baseball teams. Team by team information. Teams. Let's see. I need a list. Will this give me a list? No. List of baseball teams. All I need is a list, please. Major League Baseball Wikipedia, maybe? Will this give me all the different teams is the question. Possibly. Let's see what we get. Seriously? Wow. That's just ridiculous. Alright, come on. Let's gotta find a list of baseball teams. List of baseball teams. This looks a little bit better. Maybe we can use this. Looks like something we can use. Alright, we gotta get rid of that. This. And this. This. Alright, now what we gotta do is delete those. We're gonna shift everything left. No. Delete those. We're gonna shift everything up. Yep. You. Goodbye. Delete. There we go. We're going to delete that. That's what we're doing. Delete. Everything up. Delete. There is a total of how many teams there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5 to 60, 17, 18, 19, 30. 30 teams. All right, there we go. So now what we have to do is, oh yeah. All right. I guess I should have done this before I started the video, but you know, I figured it would take some people some time to get in and everything, so whatever. What we need now is, there we go. Now I need a randomize, so it'll randomize the teams here. And I've actually got a file that I need to copy that out of, because I don't know the command right off the top of my head. There it is. Alright, so we can get rid of that. Thank you. Go away. Alright, so this space is actually going to be boom, but it's going to be U is the category. Oops. I think it matters. And we're going to randomize between 11 and 40. So 11, 40. Boom. That's too big a text. We're going to have to knock it down a little bit. There we go. So we can just hit F9 to sort. So the 1987 New York Yankees, game number 9. That could be our random game we're playing. Or it could be the 1951 Colorado Rockies, game number 120, although I don't think they were in existence in 1951. Or it could be the Detroit Tigers in 2008, game number 128. Or it could be the Washington Nationals. Let's merge. Yeah. What? Ah, yeah. Pain in the ass. Undo. I just want this to merge. And, oops. This to merge. There we go. Alrighty, now we're cooking with cheese. There we go. Could be the 1977 New York or Los Angeles Dodgers game number 37. Could be the 2002 St. Louis Cardinals game number 32. I should keep this. Save as. We're going to save this bad boy. So if I ever decide to run a random game again. Sports games, baseball. We'll call this random. Oops. Random game. I could make something a little more fancy, but yeah, you get the gist of what we're trying to do here. 1934 San Diego Padres game number 69. No, that's not what I want. Thank you. Nah, cancel. Go back. Go back. Thank you. Hit the wrong button. Detroit Tigers 2009. 2000 game number 74. Dodgers. Orioles. Cardinals, Orioles, Twins, Rockies, Twins, White Sox, Padres, Twins, Brewers, Orioles, Padres, Orioles. Boy, I like to use Orioles. Holy crap, let's make sure our 11 and 44. That is row 11. That is row 40. 11 and 40. Just hasn't randomized very well. San Diego, Seattle, San Diego, Chicago, Toronto Blue Jays, Angels, Minnesota Twins, Cleveland Indians. All right. So we're just going to keep hitting the button until we count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dun, dun, dun. The 1997 Toronto Blue Jays, game number 151. 97 Blue Jays. All right. We're going to start a new game. No thanks. Don't need your stupid challenge mode. This is, what year was this? 97, game 151 of the Toronto Blue Jays. 97. We want 97. Import real minor leaguers. Import college. Complete history up to 1997. Use random players. No. Sounds good. All right. Might take us a minute to generate it. This would be game number, what did I say it was? Game number 151, so it's towards the end of the season. Which could be a pain in the ass, because it likes to stop every freaking 5 seconds asking me a question. Game number 151 for the Toronto Blue Jays from 1997. Beatles eternally. Hey! Oh, well, you just missed it, man. We just spent all that time. So we randomized a year from 1900 to 2017. We randomized a game number, obviously from 1 to 162. And we randomized our teams based upon, all of our teams. And we ended up rolling the 1997 Toronto Blue Jays game number 151. So we're right now right inside the park generating our 1997 gameplay. So who did the Toronto Blue Jays play in game number 151 in 1997? Beatles Eternally, who's a baseball expert. So yeah, I didn't have anything in mind, and I don't want to watch the stupid Cubs. I'm hoping they're going to lose. I'll turn it on later, or maybe they'll be down 12-0. Then I can watch the end of it. But I'm not going to sit there and watch the whole stupid thing. So, and I wasn't really trying to play anything specific tonight. So I said, well, let's just create a random game and see what we ended up getting. So if you see here, if I just hit F, let's see. Let's remember 97 game 151 Toronto Blue Jays. If I just hit F9, bloop, we could have played the 1943 Milwaukee Brewers game number 62. Or we could have played the 1967 Atlanta Braves game number 99. We could have played the Cincinnati Reds 1943 game 148. We could have played the 1910 Boston Red Sox game number 82. Or the Milwaukee Brewers from 1957 game number 82. Or the Detroit Tigers from 1942 game number 109. So it's just a little random generator of that thing that I put together. What are we doing here? Use real historic transactions. Use real historic lineups. That sounds good. Disable player development. What? Sure. Whatever. 20 to 80, 2080. That's fine. I don't care. That looks good. All right. So ID Gister, blah, blah, blah. General manager. We are the Toronto Blue Jays. We can't be fired. And I think that's good enough. Let's start it up. In real life, Beatles Eternally says the Blue Jays lost game 151 to the Red Sox 4-3. Oh my gosh. You better look that up, because if you know that off the top of your head, dude, I'm calling I'm calling Guinness World Book of Records, and we're gonna get you added in there. I couldn't generate ahead of time. I thought about it, but I couldn't generate ahead of time because, of course, we didn't know what year we were going to do or what team or whatever. So it does take a little while for it to generate all that stuff. But yeah, I noticed that Out of the Park Baseball 18 not too long ago, probably just a couple weeks ago, had updated, and it was interesting. Let's actually look at this. If we go into store at Steam here, and we actually go to Park. There we are. Click on Baseball 18 here. It's kind of interesting what they had put in. So read more. Read more. Read more, I say. So this update was... I'm not sure. Normally they have a date. I don't see a date on this. Where's the date? No date, I guess. All right, so we improved the simulation mode for some playoff projections for the MLB network. And we figured we release this to the public in a little patch that also includes some tweaks and bug fixes. The final version is now 18.876. Here's the change list compared. So it improved the sim module with some options for simming playoff series. Fixed issue with importing rosters and having do not allow AI moves flag set. Fixed last year's ticket price issue. Fixed not respected number of draft rounds. Fixed crash of game minimized. Fixed issue with setting no cap on amateur. Fixed issue with placing minor league players on the major league 60-day DL. Players can now be sent to rehab assignments before the major league season has begun. Added team and MLB totals to players' batting and pitching stats page. Fixed expansion draft schedule for historic games to not conflict with rookie draft. Fixed issue with resetting beard frequency. Fielding ratings will no longer be reset to a 200 internal value in the player development code if manually edited to values exceeding 200, and other bug and cosmetic fixes. I think it was interesting that it says here that they improved the simulation mode for some playoff projections for the MLB network. So, all right. So now we got to play. We got to play all the way up to game number. What date was that? Builds eternally. Game 151. What date was that? We know we can go to at least July, so let's just see if we can sim it all the way to July. Game 151 of the Toronto Blue Jays 1997 season. September 17th, Beatles Eternally, once again, comes up with the answer. All right, now let's just sim it up to that date would be awesome. Yeah, oh, we're on a roll. We've unlocked an achievement. Win five in a row. All right. Oh my gosh. I just want to. This is the one thing that drives me insane about this game. You just want to sim, and it'll stop simming to ask you stupid questions. Okay. Come on. All right, I don't care about my stupid messages. Just sim. We're up to June already, so that's good. Oh my gosh, leave my messages alone. Go to the trading deadline in July 31st, so... Oh my god. Stop asking me questions. So where are we at this point? We're in last place here. We're 18 games back of the Yankees. 36 and 45. Ugh, yeah. What are you doing? I don't want baseball card. What are you doing? All right, here we are. July. Keep going. Oh, we made it out of the cellar at least. We're gonna play till next month. Oh my gosh. Ignore messages. I don't care about my messages. August. Play to a specific date. We want to play to, that was the 17th. So we'll just go to September 15th just to make sure we don't miss it. Come on. Oh my God. August. September 13th. That's fine. Just sim to the 13th of September. Game number 151. There's a function in OPP that allows you to see the accuracy of the game version versus the real season. Seems at least as accurate as Diamond Mind. All right, so where are we? We are, what day is this? This is September 13th. All right, so we will go to the 15th of September. Let's actually go to the 14th. So you lost to Seattle 0-2. So just show us our next game. It says Seattle. Play game at Seattle. All right, so we'll finish today. Yes, finish today. Finish today. What? It says it's Tuesday, September 16th now. What the fuck has happened? That game was against the, here's our game, September 17th. You sure it wasn't the 17th instead of, oh yeah, he just said it was the 17th. All right. So we have the game September 17th, 1997, Toronto Blue Jays versus the Boston Red Sox. We're going to play this game here. All right, looks like Shannon Stewart, center field. I'm not sure why we don't see 2 and 3. That's a little weird. Boston is going to be Nomar Garciaparra. Oh, look at them when we get in. Hopefully, Toronto has a position missing at second base. Why do you not have a second baseman for me? Toronto lineup. We have no second fielder. We have no second base and we have no left fielder. So, let's go to second base. We have 3 choices. Well, we have 2 choices because he's already in the game. Carlos Garcia sounds like a good option. We're going to put him in at second base. And then we have a left fielder. We have Robert Perez, who's cold. We have Jacob Brumfield. And we have Rich Butler. He only played 5 games. He played 72 games. Guess we'll use Jacob Brumfield in left field. All right, there. We should start the game sometime today. There we go. Alrighty, so we're into our random game. If you missed the beginning of our episode, we randomized. This is not what we randomized. We actually randomized 1997 Toronto Blue Jays game number 151, which happens to be the Toronto Blue Jays at the Boston Red Sox. Starting lineups for Toronto: center fielder Shannon Stewart, second baseman Carlos Garcia, left fielder Jacob Brumfield, Toronto's DH Joe Carter, first base Carlos Delgado, catcher Benito Santiago, Sean Green, the right fielder, Felipe Cesbo, third baseman, and pitching today, Alex Gonzalez for Toronto. For Boston, we have Nomar Garciaparra at short. We have John Valentine, the third baseman. We have Mo Vaughn, the first baseman. We have Reggie Jefferson, the DH. We have Will Cordero, the left fielder. Trey O'Leary is the right fielder. We have Scott Hattisberg, catcher. We have Jeff Fry, the second baseman. And starting today for your Boston Red Sox, none other than Darren Bragg. Darren Bragg. So there we go. We can kind of look around and see. Real good arm in right field. Real good arm in center field. And a real good arm in left field. Average defense is kind of good defense up the middle. On the corners, there's a little bit suspect. All right. So far in the season, Shannon Stewart, 1 home run, 8 RBIs, batting .210. He's got pretty poor stats. 45, which is below average. Power of 30, eye of 50. Look at Jeff Supan. Why is... Oh, right. Because the pitchers aren't in the batting. There we go. So Jeff Supan is pitching today. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. But he's got below average stuff as well. So below average stuff, below average movement, and below average control. So we'll see. Let's get this game underway. We're going to swing away with Shannon Stewart against Jeff Supan. Boston is in third place. Toronto leads the season series 4-3. Jeff is 7-5 with a 5.32 ERA. And on an 0-2 pitch, he struck out swinging. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Carlos Garcia, second baseman, 4 home runs, 44 RBIs, batting .210. So 1 away here in the top of the first. Oh, he cranks it down the left field line against the wall, making the catch at the warning track, up against the wall actually, is Will Cordero. Brings up Jacob Brumfield, below average stats. Boy, does everyone have below average stats in this game? Jeez. All right, wind up in the pitch, 2-way here in the first, and 1-2, swing and a miss. Toronto goes down in order in the top half of the first inning. That brings up Pat Hetgen. Hengen. He's got good stamina. He's got below average stuff, average movement, average control. Facing off against Garciaparra here, who has hit 29 home runs, 97 RBI, and batting .331. He's a pull hitter, so he's going to pull stuff. So we are going to infield. Outfield, we're going to shift them left. Shift them left. There we go. Shifting everyone left since he's a pull hitter. Here we go. All right, so wind up in the pitch. Here it comes from Pat Hetkin. He's 10-12 with a 4.57 ERA. 3-1 grounder to the pitcher over to first. One away. John Valentin, third baseman. 12 home runs, 87 RBIs, 284 average. He's a spray hitter, so everything's going to be normal. Swing and a miss on a strike on a 1-2 count. That brings up the left-hander, Mo Vaughn. He's a normal hitter. Grounds it to short, over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So after one complete, we got nothing but goose eggs on the board. That brings up Joe Carter. 19 home runs, 89 RBIs, 257 average against Jeff Supan. Carter gets a hold of one into right field. Way easy pop fly, way up in the wind, not going out. It's caught there by Troy O'Leary. Carlos Delgado, 23 home runs, 81 RBIs, 274 average, having a good season. Grounds one foul. And rain is beginning to fall here in Boston, September 17th. Carlos Delgado gets a swing through the rain here. He laces one into right field, down the line, going back and making the catch. F9 is Troy O'Leary. Here's Al, Red Sox fan. Look at that. He's listening while he's cleaning the kitchen. Yep, sounds good, my friend. We got a random game. We actually have a random game between the Toronto Blue Jays from 1997. And we rolled game number 151, which happened to be the game against the Boston Red Sox. So look at you. You get to watch the Red Sox here. We have Bendito Santiago, the catcher, up. 14 home runs, 52 RBIs, 232 average. 1-2 and struck him out. So after 1.5, Toronto has nothing on the board. Reggie Jefferson, 19 home runs, 80 RBIs, 310 average. Pat Hetkin, down the first base line and diving for it but missing. Going all the way to second, throw him out. No, it's a double into right field for Reggie Jefferson. Boston's got something going here in the second inning. That brings up the right-hander Will Cordero, the left fielder. Let's see if the defense here for Toronto can buckle down. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a 1-2. That's a lot of 1-2 pitches so far in this game. Left-hander Troy O'Leary. He is 26 home runs, 84 RBIs, 344 average. Down to first and liner to first. Tried to pick off the runner at second, but not quick enough. Reggie Jefferson gets back just in time. What setting is that where you can compare? What do you mean compare? Compare what, Al? Not sure what you're saying. What setting is that where you can compare? That brings up the left-hander Scott Hettenberg, the catcher. 6 home runs, 50 RBIs, 253 average. Dodgers leading the Cubs 2-0 at the top of the second inning. Yeah, baby, yeah. Go Dodgers. All right, here we go. Reggie Jefferson still at second, waiting on the pitch. Hetkin looks at Santiago, the Gold Glover. Here he comes, wind up in the pitch, and down to first again, stepping on first. And Boston is retired, so the leadoff double does not hurt the Toronto Blue Jays at all. And after 2 complete, we only have 1 hit on the board, and that goes to Boston. So Jeff Supan comes back out. He'll be facing off against the left-handed Sean Green, the right fielder for today. Sean Green has 17 home runs, 80 RBIs, 323 average, having a great season here for the Blue Jays. And on a 1-2 pitch, he swings and misses. Again, it's a 1-2 pitch. Felipe Cespo, the third baseman, he's got 7 at-bats this season. No hits, no runs, no nothing. He hasn't had nothing, and more of nothing. So this is going to be his breakout game right here. Oh, look at this. Into left field, and oh, good play out there in left field by Will Cordero to rob Felipe of a hit. 2-A in the top of the third. That brings up Alex Gonzalez, the shortstop. We don't have his pitcher. And rain's beginning to fall again. Second time here. It's a muddy track here in Boston. Ooh, that one's hit deep. Well, and going against the wall. Rounding second. Is he going to third? No, he stands on second. Gonzalez with a 2-out double off the left center field wall. Good play there by Cordero to get that ball in, or Gonzalez would have went to third. That brings up the center fielder, Shannon Stewart. That's the first hit by Toronto. 2-away, though. Can Shannon Stewart do anything with the pitch? A little dribbler to short, over to first. That's the end of the inning. But Toronto does get a hit. After 2.5 complete, it's still 0-0. That brings up Jeff Fry, the second baseman. 7 home runs, 58 RBIs, 316 average. Hetkin down over to third and on to first. It's a 5-3 putout. Cespo over to Delgado. For those of you keeping score at home, which you should be. Darren Bragg, left-hander, the center fielder. 10 home runs, 61 RBIs, 270 average. And that one's going to fall in between third and short for a base hit, as neither one of the infielders could make a diving stop on that play. And Darren Bragg gets Boston's second hit of the day. That brings up Nomar Garcia-Parra. I remember him. He was a pretty decent player back in the day. 29 home runs, 97 RBIs, 331 average. He's 0 for 1 today. And 3-2 and walked him. So Pat Hetkin getting a little crazy here in the third inning. We got runners on first and second with only 1 out. That brings up John Valentin, third baseman, 0 for 1 today. Come on now, we need to get him out. And 0-2, and rain is stopped. So it's an 0-2 count. That's all we know. Come on now, get him. And he laces one into left field. Pop fly and caught out there by Jacob Brumfield. That's going to hold the runners right where they're at. 2-away here for Mo Vaughn. 27 home runs, 0 for 1 today. Let's see if Hetkin can get him out. High pop fly into right field. That should be an F9, and it is. And after 3 complete, it's still scoreless here in Fenway Park. Why don't we have the green monster out here? What's going on here? All right, Carlos Garcia's up. 0 for 1 against Jeff Supan. Mr. Supan. 0-2, swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. That brings up Brumfield. 0 for 1 in the day. And 1-2, swing and a miss. So 2 back-to-back strikeouts by Jeff Supan. That brings up Joe Carter. Big Joe Carter here. Swing, and that's 2 second over to first. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. And before you know it, the Toronto pitcher, Pat Hetkin, Has to get back out there. That's Reggie Jefferson, the DH. Great contact and decent power. And swings over too short on to first, in time by 2 steps. You need to import the parks. It's really easy on Steam. Oh, okay, well, I never done that, I guess. So, and of course, Al, Red Sox fan, says, "Let's go Red Sox." So we're in the bottom of 4. Will Cordero here against Pat Hetkin. Hetkin has only pitched 39 pitches here. Cordero over to third, dive, stop, but cannot get him at first. Infield single there by Will Cordero. Not much of a steal threat. Troy O'Leary's up. And a little dribbler to the pitcher, over to second, on to first. That's your 1-4-3 double play. And yep, that's what it was, 1-4-3 double play. And Toronto gets out of the inning. And after 4 complete, 0-0 here in Fenway Park. Carlos Delgado's up. Carlos batting .274 with an OPS of .369. Going to swing away. And 3-1, and they walked him. Not much of a steal threat is Delgado, though. Benito Santiago. He's got a terrible, terrible sacrifice bunt. So we're just going to swing away. A little pop fly. Second baseman goes back. 5 steps in the outfield and makes the catch. And that's 1 away for Sean Green, right fielder. And a little dribbler to short, onto second, onto first, in time, 6-4-3. Your pitcher's favorite play, the old 6-4-3 double play, and Boston gets out of the inning. So after 4.5 complete, still scoreless, Scott Hettenberg, the catcher, 0 for 1 on the day, and the windup in the pitch. Little pop fly. Is the second base, third shortstop going to make it? He does. That's an F6. Jeff Fry. Jeff Fry has got really good contact. Oh, he's laced that one and making a nice play out there in left field. Jacob Brumfield gets on his horse and catches that one before it hits. 2-way for Darren Bragg. And swing and a miss on a 3-2 pitch. And down go the Red Sox. So going into the 6th inning, not much action here in Fenway Park today as the rain is keeping these offenses off balance. That brings up Felipe Cesbo, the third baseman, who's hitless on the season, even though this is game number 151. He's actually only had 9 at-bats, though. So let's give Cesbo a break as he's going to lace one into right center field. Let's see what happens. Nope. Strikeout looking. Alex Gonzalez, the shortstop here. 1 for 1 on the day. The only hit for Toronto came off a Gonzalez bat. Here's the windup of the pitch, and that's going out. A lazy pop fly into left field. That's an F7 for the second out. That brings up Shannon Stewart, the center fielder, for the 3rd time today. He's hitless so far. And wind up in the pitch, and that one's laced out there. And a little blooper, and making a diving stop out there. F7 play. Your left fielder, Cordero, with the nice diving. Actually, I think he slid on his knees to catch that one. But after 5.5, it's still scoreless. Looks like our friend here, Pat Hetkin, is still going strong. He'll go against Nomar Garciaparra, the shortstop. 0 for 1 on the day with a walk, and he's going to dribble that one to short. Gunned over to first. 6-3 put out. John Valentin, 0 for 2 on the day. Pat Hitkins really had the Red Sox numbers, but oh wait, folks, that one's going deep and caught at the warning track by your center fielder, Shannon Stewart. Makes a good play there. That could have been trouble. That brings up Mo Vaughn, 0 for 2 on the day. Two-way here, and oh, that one's gone. That one's cranked into left field. Going, gone. Solo home run, 390 feet. Mo Vaughn belts his 28th home run of the season. I'm assuming he had 27, so that would be 28. And finally, Boston cranks up our bats and gets a run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That brings up Jeffy Jefferson. How about Reggie Jefferson? 1 for 2 on the day. He's laced one into right field and taking one step forward and making the catch is going to be Green. More goes boom, says Al, Red Sox fan. So we're going to the 7th inning. Carlos Garcia against Jeff Supan. And he's laced one into center field. This is going to drop, and no, an F ain't there by the center fielder, which is Bragg. Darren Bragg making a good play there. That brings up Brumfield, who's 0 for 2 on the day. We need some hits here, boys. Come on now. We've only had one hit on the day. That's a 6-3 putout. Joe Carter 0 for 2 on the day. Can he get the offense started? He can tie this game up with one little swing. And that one's laced to second over to first. And another easy inning for Jeff Supan. It's now the 7th inning stretch, so take us out to the ball game. Take us out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and some Cracker Jack, and I'll never, ever look back because I am. Okay. That brings up the bottom of the order here the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Boston in the 7th inning. Wocadera, 1 for 2. He in a little pop fly into left field for the out. Troy O'Leary, right fielder, 0 for 2 on the day, and he's laced one underneath the glove of the second baseman for a base hit. Garcia could not make the play there, and Troy O'Leary's on first. Scott Hattenberg, 0 for 2 on the day. Let's see if we can get the double play. Nope, that one's into somewhere out there. Someone catch it. Okay, center fielder came over. That's going to be Shannon Stewart making the catch. So back to first goes Troy O'Leary. Brings up Jeff Fry. Down to first base, and even though he was standing 2 feet away, he pitched it to the pitcher. So after 7 complete, we go into the top of the 8th inning, 1-0. Jeff Supan pitching a hell of a game, only giving up 1 hit so far. Carlos Delgado needs to get on track here, and on the 1-0 pitch, rain starts coming. It's still raining, it's still raining, it's still raining. Rain snarly stops. There is a 53-minute delay in the game. And does that mean Jeff Supan's going to come out? 53 minutes is a long time, but no, he comes back out. So the rain delay does not hurt the starter there. Mo Hate autocorrect. All right, Carlos Delgado, 1-0 pitch after a 56-minute rain delay. And laced over to first at an F3. Great diving stop there by Mo Vaughn. Good defense. 1 away for Benito Santiago's hit 14 home runs this season. Here it comes. And we have a new pitcher in, actually. Joe Hudson comes in. So Joe Hudson, the right-hander, comes in and relieves the pitchers. Joe Hudson gets his second out. And that brings up Sean Green, the right fielder. And coming in to pitch for Boston's going to be left-hander Chris Hammond. Chris Hammond is 4-2 with the 65-inning pitch, giving up 60 hits, 24 earned runs, 18 walks, 43 strikeouts, 332 average. Let's see if Sean Green can get something off of Chris Hammond here in the top of the 8th. And the windup in the pitch, and that's hit high into center field. Easy pop fly there for the center fielder, which happens to be Bragg. And we go in the bottom of the 8th inning. And what are we going to do here? Looks like our pitcher's still okay, but it's probably time to take him out. Let's look at pitchers, shall we? He's a lefty. He's also got the hot quality. So we're going to bring in Dan Plazak. 3-1 on the season, 58 innings, 56 hits, 24 earned, 23 walks, 81 strikeouts, 368 average. Let's see how he can go against Darren Bragg. And the windup in the pitch. Here it comes. 3-2 and strike looking. So Don Plazak comes in and does his job. Faces off against Nomar Garciaparra. He's 2 righties and then 2 more lefties. So let's see if we can get out Garciaparra here. And he's got a hold of one in a diving stop out there at the warning track for your left fielder, Jacob Brumfield. 2 away for John Valentine, who is 0-for-3 on the day against Don Plazak. And he's going to woo a little blooper into right field for a single. That gives Mo Vaughn a shot at it. He is 1-for-3 with a home run. The only run of the game off of Mo Vaughn's bat. We're going to pitch around Mo Vaughn. And, he gets one between the shortstop and the third baseman. Once again, they both dive for it, but they can't make it. That puts runners on second and first. But it brings up the lefty, Jefferson. So I wanted to face the lefty. So that's why I was pitching around Mr. Vaughn. That's the 7th hit for Boston, but only 1 run. Can they get out of it? Don Plazak. Wind up and 2-2, swing and a miss. Garciaparra had the insane ritual of adjusting his batting glove, helmet, and whatever else between each plate appearance. My philosophy is if baseball wants to speed up the game, the one thing they need to do is get rid of Smurf Boy off of the Red Sox. Because he does the same thing. Every pitch, he's got to step out. He's got to adjust his helmet. He's got to restrap his gloves on. Then he's got to adjust his belt. Then he's got to do his gloves again. Then he steps back in. Get rid of Smurf, and your games will go like half an hour quicker every time. Cespo is up, but we are going to pinch hit for Cespo. Who are we going to put in? We got 2 cold players. That's not going to happen. We need somebody. All right, here we go. Orlando Merced is coming in. Sounds like a good plan. Orlando Merced has got a much better average. 333. He's got 16 home runs on the season, 57 RBIs. Let's get things started with Orlando Merced. Here we go against Jim Corsi, right-hander. ID is a bit salty towards the Red Sox. No, I'm just saying, if you want to speed up the game, get rid of Smurf Boy, or give him a strike every time he steps out of the batter's box. There's no need for that crap. Jim Corsi against Orlando Merced, righty versus the lefty. Here we go, tied ball game. Orlando gonna crank it out. Here we go. Only one hit in a day for Toronto. And 1-2, swing and a miss. That brings up Gonzalez, who's 1 for 2, the only hit of the day for Toronto. Alex Gonzalez, it happened to be a double, actually. Come on, 3-2, and they walked him. Ooh, he's got a pretty good steal rating. Ooh, his sacrifice bunt sucks. We're going to try a hit and run. Do we do the hit and run? Ooh, or do we just do the straight steal? Or do we just let Stewart hit? Stewart's 0 for 3 with a 2.06 average. Let's look and see who we got on our bench. We got a 229. We don't have a lot on our bench, that is for sure. Three to nothing LA in the top of the third inning. Beatles eternally. It's making me a happy, happy guy. All right. What do we do? Do we do the hit and run? Do we do the straight steal? Do we not do anything? He's got, versus righties, he's got below average contact, terrible power, and below average eye, so he might strike out. He's got good speed and good stealing, though, if we can get him on base. What if he tries to he's a terrible sacrifice bunter, too. Jeez. Oh, do we put the man in motion and try to get to third base with only one out? Let's do it. Here we go. Come on, Shannon Stewart. Let's do this. Oh, no. Get him. Ah, he's caught stealing. Good throw there by Scott Hattenberg. Nailed him at second base. That brings Shannon Stewart last man standing for the Blue Jays. Wind up in the pitch. Oh, and that was hit. And is he going to fall? And no, it's caught by the outfielder there. This contest is over. Boston shuts out Toronto 1-0 on a very entertaining pitching duel there. Let's take a look. Despite the rain, the fans at Fenway Park enjoyed a good ball game. It's a well-pitched game between Boston and Toronto. Pitcher Jeff Suppan was fantastic. The Boston right-hander was named the player of the game in Boston's 1-0 win. Toronto's current losing streak has reached 4 games. Suppan ended the game going 7.1 strong. The native of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, just allowed 1 hit while striking out 7. Toronto hitters did next to nothing against the right-hander. The old adage is true, said Suppan. Good pitching stops good hitting. That is true. The only hit of the day for Toronto was a double by Gonzalez. Adrian Gonzalez. And that's it. Red Sox win it on the home run, the solo shot by Mo Vaughn, I think it was. Yep. Mo Vaughn had 2 hits, 1 RBI as he hits a home run solo shot in the 6th inning. And that was the difference in the game. 1 bad pitch. Player of the game, Jeff Suppan, Fenway Park 2. Rain, 61 degrees, blowing out to right field at 13 miles an hour. The game lasted 3 hours and 13 minutes. And there was 34,090 at the game. Now that you guys got to witness it, though, we'll make that 34,092 No, I'm sorry, 95. We have 5 people in the chat. So if you guys missed it in the beginning, we just made a little sheet here where we randomized a year from between 1900 and 2017. We take game number 1 to 162, randomize it, and then we took all of our teams, and then we just randomized. We just started counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this has been the 1988 Chicago Cubs game number 74. Or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 1968 Seattle Mariners game number 25. So that was as simple as that. Let's see here. Where's my 5? What? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 1927 New York Yankees, game number 10. So, I mean, there's a lot of things we could have done, sure. But that's it. That was our random game, was the Toronto Blue Jays, game number 151 from the 1997 season. It was a great pitching matchup, and Boston ended up winning 1-0. In real life, Boston ended up winning this game by 1 run as well. They won 4-3 against Toronto. So that was pretty much that. And if we look at our settings, if we look at our standings, the Toronto Blue Jays, where are you? We're in the bottom here. Ugh. We're 63 and 88. We're 40 games back of the Yankees. We've won our last 10. We've won 3 of 10, and we're on a 4-game losing streak. So not a very good team in 1997, especially in September. 40 games back with just like 20 games to play or whatever. You're kind of out of it. We're actually only 24 games out of the wild card. 7-0 Dodgers. Oh, we can go watch the game now. As we can watch all the Cub fans. We can tease them. We can say, "Oh, good job." Well, Al, Red Sox fan, Beatles eternally. Appreciate you guys stopping in tonight, giving me your insight. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed our random game. Might try this again some time if you did enjoy it. We can definitely try this again. Hernandez's second home run of the game was a grand slam to back Kershaw. All right. Well, guys, that's it here from Fenway Park one last time. Final score, Boston 1, Toronto nothing. Thanks for joining me, guys. We will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.